Welcome back to the Night Gambit TV. Today, we're looking at a very short but deadly trap in the Alekhine defense, Scandinavian variation. This game was played between Grandchevsky and Olin in 1973 and ended in just 6 moves. Let's break down every move and see how White punished Black's mistake. Move 1. White plays 1. e4. The White king pawn advances 2 squares to e4, immediately controlling the center and opening lines for the White queen and White bishop. Black responds with 1. Knight f6. The Black knight moves from g8 to f6. This is the Alekhine defense. Black attacks the e4 pawn and invites White to advance it. Move 2. White plays 2. Knight c3. The White knight develops from b1 to c3. This move protects the e4 pawn and increases White's control of the center. Black responds with 2. d5. The Black queen pawn advances from d7 to d5. Black immediately challenges White's center and creates a Scandinavian-style setup. Move 3. White plays 3. e5. The White king pawn advances from e4 to e5, attacking the Black knight on f6. This is a standard reaction in the Alekhine defense. White gains space and forces the knight to move again. Black responds with 3. Knight e4. The Black knight moves from f6 to e4, occupying a central square. At first glance, this looks active, but the knight may become vulnerable if White can challenge it effectively. Move 4. White plays 4. Knight ce2. The White knight moves from c3 to e2. This is a clever move. White attacks the Black knight on e4 while keeping a flexible position. Black responds with 4. d4. The Black queen pawn advances from d5 to d4. Black attacks the White knight and tries to gain more space. However, Black is becoming overly ambitious and is neglecting development. Move 5. White plays 5. c3. The White c-pawn advances from c2 to c3. This move attacks Black's advanced pawn on d4 and challenges Black's center. Black responds with 5. d takes c3. The Black pawn captures from d4 to c3. Black wins a pawn, but this move contains a tactical flaw. The pawn on c3 blocks the c-file and creates a dangerous weakness on the a4, e8 diagonal. Move 6. White plays 6. Queen a4 check. The White queen moves from d1 to a4 and gives check to the Black king on e8. This is the key tactical move. The queen attacks along the diagonal a4, e8. a4 b5 c6, d7 e8. The problem for Black is that the square c6 is empty. The square d7 is empty because the pawn moved to d5 and then to c3, and there is no piece that can block the diagonal. The Black king is suddenly in check. Now let's look at Black's options. 6. Queen d7 is impossible because the d7 square is under attack and doesn't solve the problem properly. 6. Knight c6 cannot be played because Black's queenside knight is still on b8 and cannot reach c6 in one move. 6. Bishop d7 is impossible because the bishop on c8 cannot get to d7. Moving the king also creates major problems and loses material. Black realized that the position is completely lost and resigned immediately. Final lesson. This trap teaches an important principle. Never grab pawns without checking your king's safety and development. Black chased material with the d-pawn, but forgot about the vulnerable diagonal leading directly to the king. White's queen move to a4 turned a quiet position into an instant disaster. If you enjoyed this Alekhine defense trap, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow the Night Gambit TV for more deadly chess traps and brilliant checkmates. See you in the next game. Let's go to the second trap. Hello chess lovers. Welcome back to the Night Gambit TV. The Night Gambit TV is dedicated to helping chess players of all levels learn, improve, and enjoy the game. Our channel is not focused on profit, but on sharing knowledge, teaching strategies, analyzing games, and inspiring growth. We believe every chess player deserves the opportunity to develop skills, confidence, and a winning mindset. Today we are looking at a very short but deadly opening trap in the Mexican defense. This game was played between Venert and Mechkarov in Bulgaria, 1970. The game lasted only 6 moves before White was forced to resign. Let's break down every move and understand exactly what happened. Move 1. White plays 1. d4. The d-pawn moves 2 squares forward and takes control of the center, especially the e5 and c5 squares. Black replies 1. Knight c6. The knight from b8 develops to c6. This is an unusual move and is the starting point of the Mexican defense. Black immediately puts pressure on the important d4 square. Move 2. White plays 2. c4. The c-pawn advances to c4, supporting the d4 pawn and grabbing more central space. Black replies 2. Knight f6. The knight from g8 develops to f6. Black attacks the e4 square and continues natural development. Move 3. White plays 3. Knight f3. The knight from g1 develops to f3, helping control the center and preparing kingside castling. Black replies 3. d6. The d-pawn moves to d6. Black strengthens the center and opens the diagonal for the dark-squared bishop. Move 4. White plays 4. Knight c3. The knight from b1 develops to c3. White now has excellent central control with both knights developed. Black replies 4. Bishop g4. The bishop from c8 develops to g4. This bishop pins the knight on f3 to the white king and creates tactical possibilities. Move 5. White plays 5. d5. The d-pawn advances from d4 to d5, attacking the knight on c6 and gaining more space. At first glance, this move looks strong, but it allows Black's hidden tactical idea. Black replies 5. Knight e5. The knight from c6 jumps to e5. The knight finds a strong central outpost and keeps active pressure on White's position. Move 6. White plays 6. Knight d2. The knight from f3 moves to d2. White tries to challenge Black's active knight and remove the pin. However, this move overlooks a powerful tactical shot. The winning move. Black plays 6. Knight d3 check. The knight from e5 jumps to d3 and gives check to the white king. This move is the key trap. The knight attacks. The white king on e1. The queen on d1. Important central squares. Because the knight is protected and the check must be answered, White faces a terrible situation. If White captures the knight, tactical problems arise. If White moves the king, Black simply wins the queen. White cannot save both the king and the queen. Black has created a devastating royal fork, attacking the king and queen at the same time. Realizing that the queen will be lost and the position is completely winning for Black, White resigned immediately. Lesson from this trap: always watch for knight forks. A knight in the center can become extremely dangerous. Before moving a pinned piece, check for tactical threats. Unusual openings often contain hidden traps. In this game, Black used excellent piece activity and tactical awareness to win in only 6 moves. Final result: Venert 0-1 Mechkarov. If you enjoyed this Mexican defense trap, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more opening traps and chess tactics here on the Knight Gambit TV. One careless move is all a tactical player needs.